The Instant Reraise Podcast.
Welcome into the Instant Reraise Podcast. I am your host, Pipster. With me, as always, Alu, AndyHara, Beastaru, Firlei, and hey, how are you boys doing tonight?
Good.
Good. Yep. Still here.
Good. We're on take two.
Perfect. We're on take two. We're on take two. All right, guys. This episode, or this week, I should say, we're going to be talking about something unrelated to Horizon. We'll still be talking a little bit about Horizon and Final Fantasy, of course, but we're going to go a little bit more in depth in something that we've all been tinkering with just a little bit. Just a slight break, if you will. And then we'll get back to the Horizon grind and the 11 grind and all that stuff.
Finally found a game that we played for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's true. It's been nice, but also really scary.
Well, I mean, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. I'm just gonna say off the rip that I blame Beast, but we'll get into that and why I blame Beast.
I'll take the blame. That's right.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right. Before we dig into that topic, let's just go around and talk about what we've been up to, and you can even say what we're gonna talk. Like, don't go too far in depth with it, but obviously we've been pretty much all doing the same thing. Also, some people have also still been continuing the Horizon grind. So, Beast, why don't you take this one first?
I've been still playing Horizon. I've been tinkering with Beastmaster. I've gotten to 66. I'm about 10k into 66. So my goal is to hit 67 by the end of the week, or at least get to a point where once I do Eco and High Wind, I'll be 67 with a little bit of a buffer. But also been doing Palworld. Well, honestly, when you're just sitting there playing Beast and you're not really paying attention, it's pretty easy to level, to be honest with you. I've been in the tree, and also if you're around the 66 level, 66 seems to be the sweet spot. There's still decent challenge, but in the tree, the spiders drop the spider webs, which are actually very lucrative. It's like 25 to 30k for a stack. So easy money while you're making XP, which is a win-win. So, but yeah, been playing Palworld with you guys. I haven't been as hardcore about it as some of us have been. I think that there's, I think we'll get more into it. I think there's a lot of potential for that game, but that's been pretty much everything for me. I dabbled a little bit in DayZ and realized how terrible I am. Yeah, so that's the extent of my gaming for the past 2 weeks.
Okay, all right. Andy, what you been up to, man?
Nothing really.
Deer in headlights.
Sleeping?
Nothing. Just I don't know. I played a little bit of Palworld. It's not really up my alley. So
That's fair.
I've actually been just taking a little bit of a break. I haven't even been playing 11. I spent a few nights completely reorganizing all my my retro games and trying to think of better storage options that on a budget.
Totes.
No, not totes, because I actually play my games.
Put them in totes and in your front lawn and get rid of them.
Nope.
That would be
With a free
desecration.
sign.
Don't do that.
No, they're very valuable. The market is
Tell it to GameStop.
pretty hot right now. No. I'm talking retro games, not.
Give you $3 bucks.
You'd be lucky to get
that's
that
about
from
it.
GameStop.
Just
All right.
kind of bouncing around doing nothing.
Cool. Nothing wrong with some downtime and getting away from a screen for a little bit. So I applaud you for that, my friend. All right, Alu, what you been up to, man?
Nothing much. Just playing Final Fantasy a little bit. White Mage up to 37 now, so that's done with. Over.
Nice.
Feels good to
So
have
do
it
a little
done.
bit
I'm sure.
of if if this week if I continue to play Final Fantasy, maybe go a little bit heavy on it, I could probably get to 65, maybe 66 with Dragoon. 63 right now. Other than that, Palworld, you know, I did have a hiccup there, but 8 worked his magic, and it got me back into the game. So,
Yep.
yeah. But other than that, that's all I've been doing. Just Palworld and 11.
All right. Nice. All right. 8, what you been up to?
11 wise, not much. I have been logging in daily to get my my guild point turn-ins. I haven't really been keeping up with digging, and I've been selling. I had a few stacks of quite a few stacks of sheep, the HQ sheep, and apparently it's the third week in a row that it's Beastman control. So therefore, like the price of sheep is going up a bit more. I think it's 11K when I last checked. From like what 4 or 5K normally.
Mm-hmm.
So I've made a nice chunk of change from that. But yeah, other than that, High Wind, Eco Warrior, and off to Palworld I go. And been enjoying the. I don't know, just been enjoying the game. We can talk about it here more in a bit.
Sure.
So, but yeah, that's it.
All right. Cool. For what you got?
For the last couple weeks, been pretty much living at work, like literally living at work. When I'm not at work, I'm fucking around in Palworld.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even like had a chance to really log into 11, just because of like time constraints. Hopefully next week things are gonna lighten up and I'll get more time to myself. Could have this weekend, next weekend off, so a lot more time to do stuff and actually log in. I didn't think I did Eco Warrior last week, to be honest with you.
Shoo.
I think that's a
And
lot of the reason
I've
we
been-
haven't been playing is it's just the time constraints from everybody's schedule's been wonky.
Yep.
Yeah.
The crew hasn't all been on at the same time, so
Yeah.
And then dabbled a little bit in Warzone.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. We had a couple nights where we played maybe an hour or two of Warzone.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We got
that
a
was,
couple dubs.
yeah, we got a couple dubs.
Yeah.
Sorry, Andy.
Couple? Did we get any?
I don't think we got a dub, did we?
Yeah, we got
two.
We got one with
okay.
17 kill game.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
right. That's right. That's right. That's
He
right.
had a
And then we did-
17 kill game.
He
I
was a
was
monster that
drinking
game.
and like
Your
before
skill
I get
level
too
goes
drunk, like it's like
You-
I'm
you
good,
hit
better,
that-
better.
before you
than-
reach the
and then-
plateau.
Yeah, you hit that
Yeah.
plateau.
We gotta,
Yeah.
gotta get 8 slightly drunk, and he's just like the skill level just goes up. Great.
The game slows down. That's
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Me, I have not turned on Horizon in probably a week and a half, so, and I definitely haven't done obviously High Wind or what's the other one called again?
Eco Warrior.
Eco Warrior. That's it. Yeah. Also, I haven't done Garrison yet either, so that's.
God, yeah.
That's
I
gonna
honestly, I genuinely was gonna try to get us to do it and forgot.
Yeah. It all comes down to what Beast and first said. It's just the time that we haven't all been on the same time, and I tried doing like right before Palworld released. I did try to solo on Beast a little bit, but it was a bit too. I don't know. I like being in the group. I just like being in the group. Yeah. It wasn't like it was super slow because I was leveling. I was getting levels and good XP. It's just like I like the bullshit too much, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, don't worry, they're gonna nerf Beast to the ground anyway. So,
Did anybody, I didn't actually catch Eric's last live stream, the dev stream.
I
Maybe
didn't
that's
catch
something
it.
to do for
I
next
saw that
episode,
they
but
were-
I didn't.
yeah.
I didn't watch it. Yeah, but besides that, I have been just playing Palworld. It is a very surprising game that I did not think I was going to like as much as I do, which is weird. You don't always come across those type of games that are just kind of like wow, this is a great game, or a good game. I don't want to call it great yet, but a good game, you know?
And
So,
a genre you've never really
yes.
played it.
Yes, that's what I kind of hit on. Like I was kind of alluding to about blaming Beast, because he didn't let me know how good survival games were before.
And I've tried to say, you know, my
I know
addiction.
you did. You did. You told me about your Ark addiction many a times, and
Yeah.
I don't know if I
this
would like
game.
call Palworld like 100% survival though.
Let's talk about that. That's actually one of the topics that I wrote down here. In all senses of the genre, I guess, is this actually a survival game? Beast, I
Not
think you're probably going to be the one to talk to this the most, but yeah, go ahead.
like I don't think it is until the PvP gets released, right? Or maybe okay,
There's
maybe
still
I don't
PvE.
understand the genre.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
there's still you've still got to worry about food. You don't have to worry about
Okay.
water, right? I mean, there's not really
No.
water. So,
That's food.
like in Ark, you have to worry about water. You have to worry about food. They've got a lot of really cool aspects. They got breeding. They've got like you have to build a base. You have to defend your base. There's a lot that I would say, yes, it is 100% a survival game. Maybe
Yep.
not in a certain aspect, but I would still classify it as survival, personally.
So I always stayed away from them because I always thought of them as like zombie shooters, and that's just not
That's what a
I'm
lot
really
of people.
into.
Yeah, that's how a lot
Yeah.
of people think.
So like,
I mean,
I'm like,
that's alluding to more like DayZ too. That's
Mhm.
Yeah.
what people first think of, like survival game,
right.
DayZ, right?
Well,
Yep.
it's that aspect that I always thought that's what it was, right? Like basically what are those things? Tower defense type thing where you build your base and defend it against hordes of zombies. But also, I never actually liked games that, or I didn't think I liked games that have the heat, the cold. You know, you got to monitor
Mhm.
that. The food, you got to monitor that. Your tools and upkeep and all that stuff. Like, I hated Breath of the Wild because of all the upkeep you had to do. I hated it. It felt like a chore.
And you're
In
playing a game
Palworld,
now that's got even more.
yes, but in Palworld, you have little slave animals that do everything for you.
Yeah,
They
that's
take
one
away
thing
all that chores.
Don't forget about the slave people too.
The slave people as well too. That's right.
You don't have that in Ark. I mean, you have dinos that you still have to get on to use that are like excel in gathering stone or gathering metal or whatever, but you still have to be the one clicking the button to get it. You can't just say, you know, go do this while I go do something else.
Farm something else. Yeah.
I like that aspect of it.
Yes.
But I can see why
They
some people
figured
would
it out.
say it pulls it away from being more of a survival game because you have some elements that make it a little bit not cheesing it, but like easier. Your life's easier, which I think is cool.
You're creating a factory at this point.
Yeah, it's a quality of life type thing, in my opinion.
I agree with that. I don't know if I could actually play another type of survival game with now this being my first survival game, because I would want these enhancements. I would be expecting them. Which I just don't think other games are built like that, obviously. But yeah.
Yeah, you just run around playing Rust, be just butt ass naked when you spawn in.
Rust is a different. So I'd still say it's a survival, obviously, but it's so much different than either Ark or Palworld. Like there's a lot of elements that are the same, but there's a lot that's different.
I've been told it's pretty toxic too.
Well, so is Ark. 100%. I mean, Ark's super toxic. Like part of the game is just talking trash to other tribes. And then you have like alt characters that you go and will raid people so that they don't know who you're actually with because you're on an alt character. They don't know that it actually is you. So
yeah, you're just like a scout.
Yeah, there's a lot of that kind of thing. Where also
the other thing. Okay, sorry, Beast. Go ahead.
No, Rust is more of a you're not going to survive longer than a certain amount of time. Like Ark, you could have a base for if you're really well defended for a year. Whereas Rust, like Rust is more of it's shorter gameplay, I would say.
Yeah, and your base can get attacked even if you're not logged in.
Well, same with Ark. Yeah.
That is the other thing that I absolutely hate about survival games is like when I log out, I don't want to be stressing about everything I just built in my 3-hour game session just being completely deleted from the server, which luckily we have enough people to kind of play on all our own server and still have fun with that. But I think it would still be fun playing with others. But I getting the whole idea of getting raided and just having everything destroyed, even in a game like Palworld where it's relatively easy to get the resources and to start building, I would hate life. I would absolutely hate life if everything was just destroyed while I was logged off.
It would depend on how they approach it, because there are certain servers, I don't know if they're still doing this on Arc Ascended, but there were certain servers that had what was called offline raid protection. So that you had a 30-minute window of when you logged off. After you hit that 30-minute window of you being logged off for 30 minutes, your base basically couldn't get attacked.
Oh, that's nice.
Your dinos can't get attacked or killed or anything. So if they approach it in that way, I think that would be, or at least have servers that have that implemented.
Yeah.
I think that would be a cool.
I would be more willing to do it in that case, because I think at least you'd have a chance to build your defenses up enough to automatically defend for about 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you could rebuild the defenses when you get back on, and that's still okay. I would be okay with that.
That kind of reminds me of like Clash of Clans on mobile.
Where you get those,
where you get those, you get like a 12-hour shield.
Yes.
If you've been attacked before, things like that.
The only problem with that is people would abuse that. So you start attacking them and they would log off immediately. So now you've only got 30 minutes to try to get in, and even if you get in, at that point after the 30 minutes is done, you can't touch anything. So you're like, it's one of those things that's abused a lot, but at the same time, I'm like you. If you're gonna raid me, I'd rather be online and have fun defending than just to lose it all overnight.
In Arc, do dinos like defend it while you're not there? Do you have like defense capabilities?
You do. You have turrets, different styles of turrets. So you have to beat bosses to get different tiers. Like tech tier, you have several different bosses. Certain bosses unlock, 3 or 4 different tech pieces. It's more than that, but so you have to fight the boss that drops the tech turret. So then you can make the tech turrets. People who don't have them can't use them. So you have to have them in order to use them. They're stronger than your regular turret. Then they have heavy turrets that are, you have to be level 100 to make. So it is like a leveling thing, just like in Palworld, how when you're leveling, now you've unlocked certain things. And then you have the question marks, I'm assuming, because you have to beat a boss in order to unlock them. Same idea.
You have to capture certain things.
So, but do the dinosaurs protect your base too, or are they just kind of like cattle?
Well, it depends. You can have them. You can have them on passive. You can have them on neutral. So if they get hit, then they'll attack. Or you can have them on aggressive, where they're just going to attack whatever. But you do have different. You have tanks. You have more aggressive things like that. The gatherers. It's a very broad range of different styles of options for different dinos.
All right, cool. All right, so I want to get your guys' first impressions. What did you think when you walked into the world? I don't even know what this world is called. Does this world have a name? I have no idea.
Palworld.
Besides Power.
No, it's Palgopolos Islands, like a play on.
There's the name of it, right?
Yeah, it's a play on Galapagos Island. It's like
Oh, okay.
Galapagos Island.
All right. So as Fur looks into that, Alu, what was your first impressions of the game, man?
Well, I was the first one in Palworld out of all of us.
True.
Now, trying to see how it went. Like I said, I have dabbled in a few survivals like Ark, Age of Conan, stuff like that. So going into it, but I sucked at those games. Okay. So going into Palworld, kind of getting a feel for it, like actually doing it myself. It felt pretty good. And I, let you guys know how it was. You guys joined in, and then we kind of just went off from there. It does have the similarities of Pokemon and stuff like that. So it kind of it kind of draws you in with that aspect. With a little
Don't
bit
say
of survival,
Pokemon.
a little bit of survival.
But it's gonna get taken down.
The building
Ninten-
aspect.
Yeah.
It's more of a
Nintendo's going to take our asses out.
No way.
it's more of a PvE style game because no PvP into it. But looking at the audience of what it brought in, even if they did add PvP to it, I think it'd be more of a battle style with your pals instead of each other.
They have PvP. I saw somebody fighting somebody. They killed them and then they took all their stuff, including their pals.
I think that's on like the pub servers.
Yeah, public.
Well,
service.
it could be in ours. Like you can't attack anybody in your guild.
Yeah,
right.
You can't attack
people out.
Yeah, when Fur first joined in, like he just gave me a couple of whacks. Like motherfucker. Like,
well,
hey man, invite me.
They had already put out. Yeah, they had already put out that they want it. The PvP in their mind is an arena style, kind of like Pokemon, where they have pal versus pal or team versus team type stuff. So they're already talking about that, which that I could get into because then you're crafting your pal. You're trying to get the best stats on your pal. Get that V level crap that everyone's talking about now. That just absolutely blows my mind. That it's
What, the
that
IVs?
depth. Yeah, IV.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said what did I say? LV. Yeah, IV. Sorry.
V-level.
Yeah, like it just blows my mind that an early access game like this has this much depth going on.
You know what also uses IVs?
What?
Pokemon Go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not. I haven't played a Pokemon game like ever. Besides Pokemon Photo, like the one you can take pictures.
Snap.
Like the N64.
Pokemon
Snap.
Yeah.
That was a good game. I did like that one.
That's not true. I played that one and Coliseum on the N64.
Oh, you never played Pokemon Go?
What's it called?
I feel like everybody played that one.
Oh, the mobile one?
Yeah.
The mobile one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
At least
that
for
one
a
I
short
did play.
amount of time.
Yes, for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, wow, this is actually making me
just
walk, and I don't like that.
people walking out there like the
Yes, like
Yeah.
zombies, just like looking at their phone, like, oh yeah, this is the spot.
Ease of getting mugged.
Pretty much. Well, how many people found dead bodies because of that? You remember those news stories? People would find dead bodies on their walk chasing Pokemon all over the
Maybe that's
place.
what it was really designed for.
Dead body finding. Yeah.
The U.S. government actually banned like Pokemon from spawning on not naval bases, but all bases.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because people were walking into restricted areas to go catch a fucking Charizard.
Probably not even paying attention.
Yeah, they were like walking on the flight lines and stuff like that, like just getting in serious trouble.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what they say?
So,
the masses are asses.
So if you go near a base, there's not going to be any Pokemon on them.
Yeah, stay away from them. Right. So, but let's see. What did I think? So when I first got into the game, the field of view really struck me as like way too close. I tried to back it up some, but I don't think that slider works yet.
I didn't think so.
But yeah,
either.
anyway, I don't think so. But yeah, I got like Breath of the Wild feels with coming out of the stairs and seeing like the landscape and everything like that. I was like, whoa, okay, that's interesting. The art style I think is really cool. It's pretty basic, but it looks fine.
It's pretty clean.
It's clean, yeah. I'd say clean is the right word. It feels full, but not over full, like, or barren. Like it just feels good. Like everything just feels well placed. But yeah, Andy, since you haven't really gotten into it, what were your first impressions when you logged into the game? Did it take you right on, or were you kind of like meh immediately?
It's not a bad game. I just I don't know. I think the level progression feels really slow. I don't know. It just kind of it felt boring to me, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm not also into the whole crafting and all of that. That's like all the stuff in 11 that I just take no interest in.
That's true. Yeah.
That's
and he's
fair.
a one-trick pony.
Dark Knight for life. All right,
damage.
that's a fair assessment though. That's a fair assessment.
Like I said, I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's
Right. Just not for you.
fairly well made, and I just don't have a lot of interest in it.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. Beast, I think you had like a similar reaction to the leveling speed originally, right? You thought it was a little slow. Is that true? Like, do I remember that correctly?
I think I like their idea of you don't get penalized for it, but you don't get as much for killing the things as you do as collecting them. But the amount of times I've accidentally killed something is frustrating at times. It's like, come on. Like, I'm using a pickaxe to kill this thing, and somehow one hit was one too many.
Crits.
Yeah,
like crits sometimes. Like, you can't, it's not like the same chunk every time. Sometimes it's just like crits, and there's like no indication of like it. It's like, oh, okay.
I think for a game where they said it's like 60% done, I will tell you it is already, in my opinion, it runs and is already cleaner than I think Ark ever got to. Like, ever got to. It's a lot more reliable, stable servers, but I just saw that video today about how they spend like insane amounts of money on their servers to make sure that there is zero downtime. They go above and beyond the cost. They probably pay more for servers than any other company just because they want to make sure that there's no downtime whatsoever. And they've been guaranteed that they'll never have a downtime issue on their servers.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's huge. It's nice to see. I know that they have had some issues in this last update or whatever. And I know a lot of people were saying, you know, this could potentially be a bad thing for them. But I do feel like most gamers nowadays are kind of expect that there's going to be issues, especially with a game that's only 60% of the way done, that they're a little bit more forgiving when the developers are showing that they're trying to fix it and they're not just neglecting serious issue problems that they're not addressing. So I think they're going to be perfectly fine. I'm amazed by the game. I think it's a lot of fun. Love the colors. The graphics are insanely good. It runs insanely smooth on my PC. So I don't have a bad PC, but it's one of those games that you don't need like the top-notch game PC in order to play it. Which I also think is super cool that they've implemented that. So awesome game. I mean, I love it. I love the aspect of when we were kind of like learning together, and when you had I don't remember your thing's name, fire sharts or whatever. Flaming sharts. I think
Flaming sharts.
One of the best names ever. When you pulled that thing out,
torch. Fox Sparks.
It just freaking annihilated those freaking things coming at us. That was like hilarious. There's a lot of really fun times that you're gonna have with, especially if you play with other people.
Yeah, it's like loading the penguin into a fucking rocket launcher.
Yeah, you destroyed everything before they could even get to the base. We're
all
ready
because I took all the fun away.
Yeah.
I was like, what? That's it? I wanted to see the pals on base go attack everybody. But
sorry.
I do think they need to fix a couple things with the AI because it seems like they're so focused on going to the PAL box and they kind of just forget about you. But I'm sure that's something that's going to come with time.
That there will be an AI tweak because sometimes they'll just come in the middle of your base and not do anything. They'll just stand there, the enemy attacking. And it's like, all right, we're not there yet on the combative or the attacking AI yet, which
still a cool idea. Actually,
it's a very cool idea, and it's not always the humans who are attacking. Sometimes it's just random
wild
aggressive
animals.
pals. That was freaking awesome. And I find that they have a better AI system where they'll actually attack things, where the humans generally come right into the middle of the base and are just like, they just freeze. It's like, okay, cool.
Also, I have like issues with like some of the workers where you'll like try to place them on, like a crafting station, and they're like, I'm gonna go punch this fucking coal. It's like, Come on, dude. I just threw you on the conveyor belt.
Yep.
Now you want to punch the coal? Like, no.
Yeah.
Get
Yep.
your ass to
Yep.
work on my fucking level 4 piece of gear I'm trying to build, or like I'm making 1,000 pieces of handgun ammo because I burned through that shit. Like it's, it's yeah. I'm just out there, just like, what's up, motherfuckers?
So, anyways, I started blasting.
Yeah.
So anyway, blasting. So
I'm
yeah,
I'm
what are your first
nilly
impressions,
with
bud?
the goddamn. So you guys were like a day ahead of me playing.
Yep.
So I came in. You guys dropped like a bunch of random shit on me. And I'm like, okay, now I got a pickaxe. I got, this, I don't know, beating stick or whatever the fuck you guys gave me. Like,
Yep.
I had a bunch of random tools and no really idea of what I was doing or where I was going. And then I was like, I saw Andy was level 18. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to pass him in like at least 3 hours. So I was just running around killing shit. And then the tutorial is very vague.
It is a little bit, yeah.
It's like, all right, go catch 10 chickens, go to this place and do this thing. So I did all that, caught my 10 chickens, and then the tutorial disappeared. And I was like, okay, what do I do next?
Okay.
Well,
you
were supposed to choke him too.
Now you play.
Yeah.
Now you play the game.
Now you
play the game. You've learned everything you know.
Yeah.
All you need to know.
Everything you
Spread
need.
your
10
wings.
simple steps.
I went like pretty hard for the amount of time I can play. Let me take a look at my library, see how many hours I got.
Oh yeah, I don't know what I got.
I think I'm at
So I got
26 hours somewhere.
I got
there.
44 hours in the game. So
Well, that's about 40 more than I got into it. So
yeah. I got to like level 38, 40-ish, and I just like kind of hit a wall. Like everything slowed down. I'm not getting all those bonuses for catching new stuff because I've caught most of the things 10 times.
Yep.
So it's like now you got to get into like the crafting aspect and.
Well, there's a lot more pals on every there's enough groupings or families of pals to get to like max level just using the 10
by
catch.
using the 10 catch, yeah.
Yeah. But you
I'm
just gotta
still like
travel more.
I'm still coming across. Like I've pretty much mapped out the whole map, just flying around, trying to find telepoints and like going to different places. I flew out to that fucking tree and I got hit by a red wall.
I got hit by the same wall. Yeah, I tried to go there too.
I was like, oh, that looks cool. It's probably going to be like in a future update that they'll let you go there.
Yeah.
For like raids or something. But
that might be the PvP zone. I don't know.
That is my one complaint. Once you get a flying mount, you're in easy mode. Like
pretty much.
That's the only problem. That's my one thing that I had, because I think once 8 gave me the flying mount that I have, I flew around. I'm like, this is like, I could just do whatever I want at this point. Like,
I end up like setting kind of like tiers on what I wanted to get. So like I got the beacon, which was the electric one, and that one was faster than the other previous flying mounts, like the Nightwing and the Hell Zephyr, I think. Mm-hmm. But I unlocked that mount, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna start gearing towards Polaris, the fire mount, and that's my dude right there.
He's my dude too. He's fast as F, man.
He's fast. I got like mine's fast. He's got a lot of attack power. Just blow shit up. Like I don't really use too many other pals on my team besides Polaris unless he's like weak to whatever, I'm fighting.
Right. All right. Cool. 8, what did you think when you first booted up the game?
I thought it was interesting. Like first thing I did was punch a sheep. I saw it and like I started wailing at it. And like okay, that's pretty cool. And then I just played a tutorial. Cool. And then I think you hopped on before I did, Pip.
Yeah.
Because you had the base already built.
Yeah.
In the worst possible fucking location ever. I don't
know.
It
was the best because I we never got raided, and we thought that was going to be a big thing. It wasn't. It turned out not to be, but it was a safe base.
Was
That
a safe
mammoth
base
went to our base
until the
twice.
mammoth. Yeah.
The mammoth.
Did it attack on its own, or did you guys like attack it and then?
I forced it to attack us.
Oh, so you were the one who caused the damage.
No. So on the server, like there's deterioration.
Yeah.
On like anything built outside the base, and it says like I think it was over 50% outside the ring. It just fell apart.
Okay. So it wasn't even the mammoth that destroyed it. It was just okay.
Just time, yeah.
That's one thing they're going to have to implement in PvP or even on PvE is some kind of like deterioration for bases. Like if you haven't logged in for X amount of days, that it slowly deteriorates.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to have bases that are just empty on some of the great spots that you want to be on.
They have it in the official server. Like when you go into official servers, it'll tell you like a certain amount of days, and everything will just like be disappeared and stuff.
So it's just like Arc. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You log in and it refreshes the timer or whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry. The official servers, it's only 4 players too, right? For a guild or?
Oh, I'm not sure. I just went to see, trying to get when I had that little hiccup.
There's some servers, and I think they're just dedicated servers, just like we have, but like they go up to 32. But yeah, the official online co-op is only 4 players, so 3, and then the host. So yeah. All right. So
8's been doing like a ton of building, though, right?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh yeah. No, and like I love the building. Like it's interesting. I like optimizing the bases. I built like all the bases. I didn't wait for anybody to help out. I was like, nah, fuck you guys. You're all there just catching Pokemon. Like whatever, fuck you.
I'm fighting.
90% of my levels has been from crafting and building.
That's like, insane.
Very little catching of Pokemon.
What level are you at?
Currently 42. So
I would think that the most of your XP came from breeding.
No, because we didn't get breeding until like the 30s.
Oh, no, 19 is the farm, I thought, or the ranch, right? But we didn't start doing it till later on. I got you.
Yeah, because the cakes were a little bit like I had to catch a bee, and like the bees suck to get caught. They kept killing you. Yeah. So
would you say you hit a wall at 40 as well?
No, I haven't. I don't think I hit a wall because I haven't really caught any Pokemon. Like I haven't really.
Yeah, he's got so many advantages to where he is right now.
That's true.
I will say I hit a wall like Fur did.
So around 40?
Like around 40. I was just like, oof, this isn't feeling too
Probably
great anymore.
Intentional.
And then
slowed down.
Yeah, I took a break and started doing boss fights, and that gets you a pretty good chunk of XP. And then I'm like, okay, I think I understand now. So then I started hunting out my 10s again. Like I do like 4 chunks at a time for my PAL decks. And I'll do like 4 families that are all on the same island. So I can try to like, make it a better experience. Yeah. And then after that, I'll go back and do like breeding. If you find eggs hatch, and sometimes it's something that you don't have. So you get the bonus from that. It counts as like a capture, which is really nice.
I was getting a lot from like freeing them too. Like the randoms. Yeah.
From the random bandit camps and the what are they called? PDIF and all those different random camps.
Yeah, the Free Pal Alliance.
The Free Pal Alliance, that's what it was. So, okay. This is one of the first games where I don't want to say overwhelmed by the systems in depth, but have been excited about the systems in depth. And the first one being Final Fantasy XI. You got elemental resistances, you got skill chain properties, you got magic burst and stuns and all kinds of really cool mechanics. Like that was 11. In Palworld, you have so many you can ignore them if you want to. This game is not of a level where you have to absolutely pay attention to everything, but it makes it so much more enjoyable. Like, take the breeding system alone. You can literally take a level 1 pal and mate them with a few other pals, and you can get a Shadowhawk. Like I have it written down right here. Totally didn't write this at work, but you take a level 20 Hellsfire with a floppy, gets a large electric egg. Then you get a Rayhound from that, Then you do a Mosada, which is the panda with grass on its head, to get a Grisbolt. Grisbolt is like the first boss that you do in the tower, dude. You're already at 3 pals and you're already at freaking boss level. And then you get a Relaxosaurus, and that gets a huge dragon egg. And then you take the Grisbolt again with an Orzurk, which is what comes out of the previous one. Yeah. And then you take the Hellsfire with a Cativa. Cativa's level 1, the pink cat. So Hellsfire that, and then you get a large something egg. And then you take Astagon, which comes out of the previous egg with the Orzak and Grisbolt. And then you take the Kitsun that you got from the Cativa and Hellsfire. And guess what you get? You get fucking Shadowhawk, dude. You get a Shadowhawk.
All those steps.
That's cool.
Or you can just go catch it.
Or you can go catch it.
Or you can go catch them, yeah.
But at level 19, you can have an end game mount and bird. It's crazy.
I think,
amount of depth.
I think the breeding system is pretty cool, but I like the fact that you can pass down traits. I think that's like where the min-maxing kind of starts coming in play, and
the IV thing too. You pass that.
Everything is not new, but like it's not something I've explored too much because I still need to get legend on the passives, and we need to get to the end game before
Yeah. How about that legendary? Doing 2 damage.
Oh yeah,
Which legendary?
What?
We got rocked by Jet Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy.
We had to abandon it.
We totally just fucked off on that.
We went in there and I think yours got one-shotted.
Yeah, I got taken down. I got stuck.
Then we just ran away. It was
dude. I was playing earlier and I got smoked by the Jormuntide.
Yep, Jormuntide. Yeah, I captured him. I beat his ass. He's down my pit.
Is this your first survival game, 8?
Yeah, I would say so.
Now that you guys have played it, a survival, do you think? I know you jokingly. Well, I took it as a joke. Jokingly said you don't know if you could play another survival that didn't have these implementations,
automations.
Yeah. But do you genuinely think that you would play? Or has this opened you up to maybe a new genre of game?
I think so. Our little group, right? We've been playing for a while, and 11's the only thing we can all play. So that's one of the reasons we don't hop around too much, I feel. But yeah, no, I mean, a survival game, it's the building aspect and getting better. Automation for you don't have to go out and farm as much and just getting better and better and better. I think it's a pretty neat concept. Kind of like 11 to some extent, just progression.
Yep.
The only thing I fear is once you get to the top,
what's left?
Once you get to 50, it's what do you
what's
do?
The carrot?
I think that's where PvP comes in. Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like if that's available and it's pretty good, where this is basically, if it's not so easy as you have this pal that's gonna beat this pal, and there's no buts or ifs about it. If you need a min-max and there's got to be some element of randomness too and luck, so you don't fucking roll up on overpower people and just get shit on.
Yeah, for me, this does not open up other survival games, only for the simple fact that I think they're too hardcore for what I look for in a game.
Understand that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like I was saying earlier, I don't want to build something up for it to be torn down when I'm offline. That to me is just, I would.
But if you build it strong enough, and
yes. So even if it was on a private server and you weren't doing official servers, where maybe they had some of the implementation of where you offline raid protection and things like that.
Yeah, maybe, but I would severely, or I would hate if that automation wasn't there. That automation really does it for me, because if I had to mine all that ore myself, I don't think so.
I think you're thinking of it kind of like you were thinking of worrying about food and things like that.
Yeah.
Where it seems like it's going to be this huge burden, but it's actually, at least to me, like, so in Arc, you're constantly farming. Like, metal is a big one, but you usually get like one other guy and you go out and you just BS while you're farming. And then you take it back and then you throw it in the forge or whatever and you're done. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
I will say, hold on. I will say, I might be talking out my ass here because I literally played New World and like I did all the gatherings.
Yeah.
If it's as enjoyable as that, I think I could get into another game like that. And there's no automation in that game whatsoever. So
Pip's talking about New World. I'm out.
Yep.
Oh no.
No, I just turned off my camera.
No, it's pretty cool. Like I kind of like the automation makes it super easy because you basically like farm while you're AFK. But like the old camp by the church, like there was like 6 ore things. So we run out when we were low on ore. What I go do, I go mine it manually, and then I set up like little stalls or stands. I can grapple from the ores all the way to the telepoint. So I don't have to do multiple trips. But I think having a system like that would be pretty cool. Like if we were forced to like create these kind of like contraptions to make things a little easier and move resources around.
That's how I was doing like sulfur to build gunpowder for ammo. I would travel to the volcano, go mine like 6 nodes until I was like just over encumbered, and then just slowly walk back to the telepoint. Drop it off in a barrel, teleport back, and then repeat the cycle. And I'd get like 1,000 sulfur, and then we had charcoal burning at the base anyway, so gunpowder's super easy to make.
One cool thing that they've added are the pals that increase your weight, right? Like, don't they have?
Yeah. Cativa from the beginning's done it. Yeah, like you can have 5 Cativa on your team, and I think each one gives you 20 additional.
I heard King Alpaca also increases your.
King Paca's like 100, I think.
Wow.
Okay, so
there's another one that looks like a robot, flying robot, like Mewtwo type shenanigans that also increases it by like 80 per. Like you get 5 of them. 80 so far.
I mean, that's part of
I feel like that's too little because I mean
Lunaris.
You get encumbered so quickly.
That's like, part of the game that we haven't even touched on. Like that they have pals that give you certain bonuses just by having
partner buffs.
Partner pal.
There's a lot to the game for it to be not completely done. There's so much to it that you could tell have taken a lot of time to figure out and implement that they didn't have to. I mean, the game would still be great without certain things in it, but it's that much better with them in it.
Absolutely. There are all these little hidden systems that are just fantastic. Like when you find them out, like Ketris, she has the benefit of when you fight a neutral pal, they have a better drop rate. Like they'll drop more things.
That's cool.
So I put her on my team and I fought King Paca before we had the frickin' you got the legendary on that one. Yeah, I never got it to drop, but like that's cool.
That's a really nice like low level bow.
It's nice. I still prefer the legendary handgun, but
the handgun
I go through ammo way too quick.
I usually build like I build like 1,000 ammo per run.
I have to buy the assault rifle ammo because I can't build it yet, but apparently it's cheaper to buy it than it is to
really.
To make it.
Just sell some nails and then go to a vendor and then buy the ammo there. It's a lot cheaper.
I do think there's too many cheesy mechanics.
I was going to say that is one part.
It's beta. Yes. There's too many cheesy.
You can click and drag. Like if you're over encumbered, you can literally click on the item and look like you're going to drag it somewhere, and then just tab out or back out of the menu, and it will just literally float there, and you won't be over encumbered. And you can take it, fast travel it back to your base, put it into your barrel. There's a lot of things that need cleaned up.
I also saw like a glitch where you can like equip pal balls into your hand.
Yes.
And it's unlimited pal balls.
Yep. You drop the balls after it's in your hand, and then you can just continually throw them.
Yeah.
So there's just some things that need to get. It's early access. There's going to be those bugs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
It's $30
I'm not
game.
saying.
We
Yeah,
definitely get
I
$30
did
Oh,
it.
it's worth it.
I've
Yeah.
done it by accident, like
Yeah.
where I've had the PAL ball in my hand. I'm like,
Yep.
I want my gun. Give me my fucking gun. And it's like,
It feels
nope.
exciting because each day I find that we're finding that something new, like whether we're watching from a YouTube video or from a forum post or whatever, it feels exciting to like get this stuff down. The butchering the alphas to get double drops to see if you get the schematic, the
Yep.
sanctuaries that have the high level stuff. Also, that's where I got the legendary handgun schematic, was from a chest, because the chest that spawned there actually drop very high level stuff. So like I think they just screwed up with the sanctuaries. I don't know, but
No, the sanctuaries drop like
Yeah.
high tier shit.
high tier
You-
shit out of the chest.
You can get like tech parts, like
Yep.
or the tech books and shit like that.
So yeah, I've had a really fun time. Surprisingly, a lot of fun in this. I haven't really touched the building aspect yet. I plan on doing a little bit of that tonight, maybe with 8. Maybe we'll see how it goes. He might take my building tools away from me.
This is garbage.
You guys
is
get to
crap.
experience
There's 3 bases, all right? As long as I have
Yeah.
one, you guys
Yeah.
can have the others.
You guys get
So,
to
all right,
experience the growing with it as well, which was, I think, part of the reason that I liked Arc so much, is that I got in like way beta or early access, but you get to grow with the game, and that's kind of makes it exciting, because as soon as you're kind of, all right, this is starting to get a little stale, they add something.
Yep.
And or big update comes out, and you get to all these new, things that you get to do.
All right.
Or if they add pals.
We got 2 more things that I want to talk about real quick, but we'll go around real quick. What's one thing that you think that they can add to the game that will make it a better experience for you?
Ooh.
Just one thing that they can add to the game. And we'll just overlook like bugs and stuff. That's kind of like a given. Don't like bugs, but like what's one thing that they can add to the game, whether it's a system mechanic, whatever, that would make it more enjoyable for you? Alu, what do you think? You got anything?
Well, for me, it'll just be more just battling, or PvP will make it interesting, even just amongst us. If we would just all get together, have one designated area, and just either fight with ourselves or our pals or anything like that. I think that could make it enjoyable, and just go around. Right now PvP it's good, but just I need something else with it too as well to bring it together.
Cool. Beast, what do you think?
I think there's 2 things for me. One,
Okay.
official servers with, I'd say, 10-player guilds. I think that's a round number. You didn't even have to go that high, but at least 6. I feel like there's a lot of people with 6 friends. And then the other thing would be more group activities, because I feel like there's pretty much anything in this game, at least from what I've seen. I haven't gotten to play as much as you guys have, but that doesn't mean that I'm not researching it, and that it seems like, which is a good thing. I mean, it's a double-edged sword. It's nice that there's pretty much anything you can do solo, but I do feel like there should be some parts where you at least need a couple people to accomplish something. Even if it's 3 people, bare minimum, you can't do it without 3 people total. I think they need something like that, more of a team aspect.
Yeah, like a raid or something, like a dungeon, like a not
dungeon,
a dungeon, but whatever you call it. Yeah,
like the dungeons in the game are very
basic,
copy and
short.
paste, and very basic. Yeah, very short.
Yeah. It's always the same pathing, but it's early access. But yeah,
it
they
is. Yeah,
definitely left that probably like on the table for so long. We're like, oh, we're just gonna launch and we'll fix it later.
Yeah, but I think the stuff is there. It's just like tweaking the AI and like.
I'm sure it's something that they will add or that they will tweak.
Yep.
I don't think
that
they're
going to
be
adding group raids, so
okay,
not like raiding bases, but like
yes.
what are you gonna
call like high end raids.
Yeah, like actual raids that you would be in an MMO. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
that'd be cool. That'd be sick.
All right, Fur, what do you got? What's one thing that would improve the experience for you?
Maybe like more like ease of like access to like learning how to build the stuff,
Okay.
because you guys like I haven't built shit. Like I built 4 walls. You guys fucking came and vandalized my sign, and
What'd you do to first sign?
We put some
they
We put some
vandalized
words on
it.
it.
Obscenities?
Yeah,
We
there's
put some words on it.
obscenities.
Yeah.
I put Firlei's house, and it was like a little 4x4 fucking house with a bed and like a table, and then they vandalized it. So
We
like,
thought, to be fair, did you actually go back into it? We were butchering alphas, and we thought the loot fell through the floor into your base, so we had to knock down some walls.
I saw the walls got broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put some wooden
replace it with
floor.
some wood. Wooden
Did you
floor.
find anything?
I saw the wood walls.
Yeah.
Did you find anything in the house?
No, there was nothing
No,
in the
so you
house.
did it for no reason.
Yeah, that's right.
They blew up my house, and
Blew
it was
They didn't
literally
even
like
feel
this
bad
little
about it.
this little tiny corner
little-
of the base, and it had like
Little-
a table, a bed, and like a little
I think
lamp.
a lamp.
That was,
A torch,
a
yeah.
lamp. That was it. Like, because that's like the only thing I had unlocked. Because like I skipped all like the shit after like level 10.
Yep.
Just like I unlocked like harnesses and you
Yeah.
know the extra stuff, shields and like
Yeah.
gear crafting. I didn't go towards any of the base building stuff because you guys have been doing it so much. So like learning how to actually build would be
I could
probably
see that.
something. Yeah, that they could
A build
really
tutorial.
like, teach you. Yeah, they could build a tutorial.
Because they only really taught you how to build the PAL decks, and I think the first workbench.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. But if you came late to the server, you wouldn't have experienced that because the first person in kind of gets that. So
Yeah, and they're building everything. So
yeah. All right, cool. 8, what do you think? What's one thing that could enhance your experience?
So I'm a crafter. I like building.
A golden hammer.
So what I think would be good is the ability to like have more fine-tuned control over some of the pieces. It's very rigid, like everything needs to snap onto something, otherwise you can't like really work with it. So it's kind of annoying. You spend a lot of time lining things up, try and get them perfectly. So I think just better build tools. And the second thing is just the ability to like lock shit, because sometimes you accidentally destroy something. I think the ability to like freeze things so that way you don't accidentally delete it or erase it, or
yeah, I saw a video. I saw like a video where a guy fucking deleted the stairs and blew up the whole base.
Yeah.
Yep. I did that once. It was annoying.
When you destroy like a wall, do you get the entire amount of materials back? Okay, so I could think of at least 2 more things that I would implement, but I'm gonna wait to see if anybody else brings it up.
All right, y'all, is that it? 8? I think so. Okay, so I have 2 things as well. I don't have just one, but one would be more base locations. The game is just so open, and I understand like if you have more clans or whatever, or groups, guilds, whatever, it might get a little bit more conflicting. But for us, I just want at least like 2 more, because the world's so freaking beautiful, and I think building the base is going to be a fun aspect eventually for me. But just so like you think of like the basic things, right? You think of like you got we call it the ranch, but we get the food supply from somewhere. We got a mining camp, we got a breeding camp, and there'd be 2 more. Like I don't even know what the other 2 would be. One's just for funsies, and
like imagine building in like in the snow. Like you're gonna have to like build heaters and stuff like that.
It would make more use of those other things that we don't
and
use.
You could defend your base a lot better in the snow, because now people have to equip cold resistant armor and
right. So that's one thing. The other thing is I really like what they did with the schematics and the legendary types, but I'd want to see some varying other treasures to go after. Some legendary tier stuff that doesn't necessarily mimic a lower tier weapon. It's just something fancier, because like with the tech points you do get was it Lila's spear, just stuff like that doesn't necessarily look like or attach. So maybe even just changing the skin of the legendary schematic would be fun. Just something that looks different, so you visually see like, oh crap, he's got the legendary thing. That would be cool to me too.
So that's what Nexus Mod exists for, man.
That's true. That's a good point. I could fix that myself. What's the other 2 that you got there, Beast?
Well, Andy, is there anything that could have lured you back Or
Oh, that's a
had
good
you
call.
playing?
Sorry, Andy. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to forget you.
That's all right. I'm always an afterthought with you. So.
Oh boy.
Oh, I went there.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. Maybe more of a tutorial. I kind of felt rushed. Trying to catch up with the rest of you, and
Yeah.
I've felt that.
You know, because it was like the feeling of hurry up and catch up so we could all do something together kind of deal, and
Yeah, it's like retail.
Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
like that's
That's
kind
how
of
me and
the
Lou felt. Hurry up and catch up.
well, that's the crux of like being adult, I guess, right? We don't all have the same
Different
play time.
schedules.
yeah.
And like
I mean,
yeah.
if I could get the time in that I really needed to, it probably would have, sucked me in, but between juggling work and kids and house, it just
Keeping
I
the wife
lost
happy.
interest. Yeah, I lost interest pretty quick.
It sounds like you need to play this the whole weekend.
Get caught up.
Yeah, and get nothing done. Yeah.
Get caught up.
In the defense, like we really don't do anything together. I mean, you guys might, but like we're all kind of just
doing your own thing.
doing our own thing.
The only
just
thing
running
we
around.
did was Jet Dragon, the thing that we kind of tried together. And that wasn't even as a full group. That was with just 3, and we were doing like no damage.
Yeah, we got rocked. But yeah, I think it's like if this is a solo player game, like I think I would still have fun.
Yes, which that's
100%.
part of the double-edged sword of what I was saying. I do think it's nice because I think that's why it appeals to so many people. Because if you want to play by yourself, you can, and I think that's awesome. But it does take away from the people that like the group achieving things together. Like, all right, I need you to bring this, and this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this first. I'm gonna toss this out. Then I'm gonna need you to do the like strategy on things.
And see, the group aspect for me, because I hate single player games, but I still feel rewarded in this game because while, yes, I'm going around killing the world alpha bosses and stuff like that, I'm bringing parts back that are important for 8 to continue his building. So even though it's all solo activities, it's all still linked together as long as, I guess, you have people who are doing the other things, right? Like, at first, I wasn't really that interested in breathing or building, but breathing is absolutely one of the best like systems in this game. But like I eventually got there and eventually got into it, and at some point 8 might want to go out and start killing world bosses too to get parts and whatever.
You also like
materials.
putting random shit in boxes.
I love just screwing with 8's storage system.
That actually brings me to the other 2 that I have off the top of my head. One would be a dedicated storage system where you go over to it and it's just wood. You select what it is. They have this in Ark. You go, basically the first thing you put in there is what it is. You can change it at any time by pulling everything out and putting a new item in. But as soon as you click on it, only that item goes in there. Then you go to the next one, then only that item. So it's very managed.
Automatically sorts it.
Sorts it. Or you get a pal that is the maid, right? You go over to it, they have some kind of inventory system. You put all your shit in there, and then they go and put it in the boxes that you have already assigned for different things.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, if you come in and there's like a drop box at your base entry, and you just throw the shit in there, and it fucking disperses to the specific box that shit is in already.
Or there's a pal that goes to that box and disperses it for you.
We can do that because like the storage system in Palworld, whatever, like there is storages with like 2 or 3 like slots, and like with the food, right? Like if I want them to make sure like they're taking the food to like the fridge instead of like the feed, like I just put like some shenanigans in there so that way they don't like put anything in there anymore. We can implement a system where you just zone in, drop shit on the floor, and leave. And like they'll take it to the respective spots.
That would be cool.
I would like there to still be the building aspect of making the additional barrels or the storage things, whatever you're doing. However, I would like the PAL decks just to have the entire base's inventory and a search function. I would like that to happen.
To know where it is.
It kind of does that from like a pool standpoint.
Crafting, yeah.
When you
from
go
a
to
crafting
craft,
table, yes.
yeah.
And that's one of the tricks, right? Is you go into the build menu, you start building something, you stop building it, you delete it, and then you get all those materials, and then you can take that to the other base. Like that's a trick you can do, but I don't know.
That's my second
There's
thing.
also
I don't think you should get all the materials back.
No,
I think you should get half.
Yeah,
I think you should get half of it back. And again, this is another thing. I hate that I always refer to Ark, but it's what I played for years. Yep. You didn't get all your materials back. You got penalized for it. But you also could pick it up within, I think it's 30 seconds now. So if you put it down, you're like, oh crap. You could pick it up without any penalty. You're just picking that item up. You're not getting materials. If it was a wall, you're just picking up the wall. I don't know how they do that here. But the fact that you could just pick up, put down, and get to level 30 by doing that is...
Yeah.
I
agree with that.
Again, what Ace said, there's just too much cheese ability in it that I'm sure they're going to address. But it's still something that I'd like to see.
Talk about another cheese. If you put all your... Like, if you get all your food in your inventory, you put all your gear away, you just put all your food in there, you kill yourself, so you, like, fall from a high height in your base, and your bag drops there, and it's only your food items, there's no spoil timer.
Oh, they need to do that then.
Just stay there infinitely.
30 minutes.
So you don't even need a refrigerator.
Timer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you reorganize your inventory, your
it resets it.
Counter resets it.
Yep.
Which is probably a bug.
Yeah,
it's definitely a bug.
Definitely a bug. Yeah. Probably a lower priority bug. But
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for based on the roadmap they kind of outlined, like what they're gonna bring in the arena, the PvP, and there was like, more.
There was
more
a raid
pals.
talk too. More pals, a raid.
There's a couple. Yep. Yeah, there's a couple.
It's just crazy how much these systems interact with one another, and they just work. Mm-hmm. It's cool. It's just really
very
good.
well thought out.
Yep. All right, so. Trivia from last week. I never posted the community post. I apologize for nothing. No one even said anything. You guys aren't listening to my trivia at the end of the episodes. We're gonna move it to the front. It's gonna be the best segment ever once it's heard. So the answer to last week's question, just so you guys can be at peace with that, because I even told you guys. I don't think I told you guys even.
No,
I think so.
It is or was.
Oh yeah,
the Ottergon teleports.
Taru.
Yeah. So that was the newest or the next one after the outpost warps, according to my sources.
I feel like it was fucking teleports for
that doesn't count.
Them holler on me.
I don't think so.
Let's change the Promathia.
Is it fast travel?
It is arguable.
Did you get there faster?
That is arguable, but it's still you do it. It's not like an NPC or something like that.
Yeah, I should have. I needed to have a little bit more detail, I guess, in that. So I'm still giving you the point.
The second one was the Taru's from Windrest, sending you from like port to waters.
I don't know when that was implemented.
I don't know when that was implemented either. I was always Sandy, so.
Yeah, I was always Sandy too. I didn't go to the trash can garbage land.
Good point.
When did they implement the Mog House warps?
That's another good one too. That was probably Ottergon.
No.
Oh, the Mog House exits? No, that's
that was
earlier.
Original. That was original.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find this right now.
It was because it was in the. It's definitely in the guide. What's it guide?
Oh, is that
the Brady guide?
It's in the Brady guide.
That would be before Outposts then. So that doesn't count. I said after Outpost warps. So
you said what was the second?
Yeah, what was this what was after Outpost warps?
Because I'm not gonna go back into the podcast. But,
wait a minute. You mean this guide?
Yes, I have it over there. I was debating on getting it, but yes, that guide. It's in there for sure. That's the
mine
one.
was like ripped in half. And I threw it away.
I bought mine from eBay, so it was all fucked up by the time I got it, and I don't know.
I've had 3 of them now.
You ever like the smell of books?
Yeah, I never read though.
E-books.
So.
I think I got the
e-books. Is that what you said?
New books.
Oh.
E-bombs.
I
thought
love the
had
smell of
Atlas
ebooks.
still. I'm pretty sure I have the map Atlas somewhere. That thing was gold,
Oh,
dude.
the big old map.
Yeah, I have
Absolutely.
that too.
All right. So this week's trivia question. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go. What game was the inspiration for Final Fantasy XI?
Oh, damn no.
What did the creators of Final Fantasy XI take inspiration from?
Oh.
It was discussed in the 20th anniversary.
You know what? Everybody watched that. I didn't watch it.
Don't say it.
I
Don't
didn't
say it.
watch
It was also known before that too. There's like previous interviews from before this. Just send me a message with whatever guess you got in over in the Discords.
It was. Well, I can't give any. Can we say what platform it was from?
Get that out of that book. I'm not sure. I don't think it's in there. I don't think it's in there.
No, it's not. It's not in here.
Yeah. Let's see. I got one answer in already, and it's correct.
Yeah. I
Pressure's
knew
on,
that
guys.
One. I knew that one.
Pressure's on. Pressure
Pressure's
is
on.
on.
Can't think of anything.
That came out after 11, so no, that is incorrect. Who's that? No, that's also incorrect. I'm just going to give the answer this week because I'm going to forget to give a community post. So, I wanted to do a small delay. Let's see. No. Nope. That one's wrong too.
You're wrong, sir.
You're wrong. All right, Andy and Luke.
I know it came. It was on PlayStation 2. I know that much. I can't remember the name though.
I think it was. Yeah.
I don't think this one was.
Wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Nope. Alu, you got a guess?
He's googling. He's googling.
I'm googling it.
I made a second guess.
No, I don't know.
What do you got? No, that is also incorrect. Okay, so Alu, you forfeit. You don't know?
Yeah. No.
All right, Andy, you got a guess?
Unless it's right on Google. I'll look on Google, but.
Andy.
Hang on.
Andy.
He's also googling.
Yeah,
No, he's using Yahoo.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, you got a guess?
I'm gonna say EverQuest.
Okay. Well, that is correct. I don't know. It looked like you were looking at your phone. I didn't see it in illumination, but all right. It is EverQuest. Game designer Hironobu Sakaguchi was so impressed by the Western release of EverQuest that he developed the idea for Final Fantasy XI and went on to become the executive producer for the game. So
it was on PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I thought
Was
it
it originally
was, but you
released?
had
As it
to
said-
have.
FYI.
You couldn't have dial-up.
So this was okay. So this says EverQuest was an MMORPG released by Sony Online Entertainment for PC in 1999. So I wonder if they came out and released it for PS2 after the fact.
I think it was EverQuest
They released
2.
it after the fact. Yes.
Maybe
It was
EverQuest 2.
EverQuest on PlayStation.
They did also say that Hiro
I'm
Michi
telling you, it is because I
cannot-
just googled it.
Yeah, PlayStation 2 online adventure. When was the release date?
It'd be 2001.
It was 2003.
Oh.
I thought that Final Fantasy was the first one.
It would have been because it would have been 2002.
It came out,
Oh,
it came out on PC first.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. They did also say the title is heavily influenced by Final Fantasy 3 as well, with the battle and magic system.
You know, that's actually pretty impressive that a game released in what was it, 1999?
Mm-hmm.
Then
Final Fantasy 3 was a major influence for the yeah, I see that
The
too.
battle,
but then
the battle
Final
and
Fantasy
progression
11
system.
was released in 2001 in Japan.
2.
So it was
2001 in Japan.
2001 in Japan. So
Yeah,
basically
2002 here.
2000.
a year that they
here.
worked on it and they had it out.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive if you think about it. That's insane.
I think the whole game is just impressive.
Even 2 years is impressive.
Yeah.
Skill trading in my mind being over a network and having to get that timed right, and then for the network to understand that those two actions took place within 7 seconds of each other, and then a magic burst. That always blew my mind.
Yeah,
that
skill chains.
mind.
With the fact that the internet wasn't that great back then.
On
either.
DSL.
Like I think we had back then like 10 megabits per second.
It was 10.
I had cable.
I remember at the time they had just up the speed up to 30.
Yep.
I had the free AOL free trials. I had a cycle through.
Yeah,
I had to
go to the store,
plug it into the back of the PlayStation.
I had the free internet on Juno for the longest time.
I remember that too.
I remember Juno. Yeah.
Juno Online.
Damn, we're old.
And that's insane. All right, guys. So that is the show for this week. Don't lose faith. We will be going back to the Horizon and finishing our grind to 75. Just taking a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather, having a little fun in different little playgrounds, and we'll definitely feel the itch for it. We always go back to 11. Honestly, retail has crossed my mind a few times. I'm not ready at all to go back into that. But I miss some of the end game content like Dynamis D and that stuff. But that's like joining up a whole new.
Eight's already shaking his head. No,
it's fun stuff. Kind of miss it.
It was.
I miss. I think I just have nostalgia for our group that in 2020.
I think us bringing everybody through Dynamis was like a big milestone.
Yeah,
it was fun too. We've got some fun stories of stupidity and
the Morgulai.
Yeah, trying to coordinate 18 people into like that content, like it was
That's true.
It was fun.
But we got so many good stories from it.
But it just got old towards the end because
half of them were drunk, half of them
babies.
were clueless.
Some of them just weren't adulting correctly.
I'm gonna sit in the corner while you do all the work.
Yeah,
we still have to have
beeps going off.
A drink stream, but I do want to say
that was a cooking timer, Pip.
That's what Fur always said. That's what Fur always told me, Sterling.
I wanted to say, what's up to? I'm gonna slaughter the name ACO or ICO. I can't remember how do you say it.
Yep.
They messaged me yesterday actually, and I ended up talking to him a little bit afterwards too about leveling beasts. So very nice person. I hope that you message me again. Hopefully we get to play at some point. So shout out to them.
It's a name. They always get you with your name.
It's my name's the easiest to remember, I feel like, and that's why. And it's funny because you and I said that literally at the same time yesterday. Yeah. Is that it's just the name is easy to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Thomas's last name is Win.
Win, yeah.
He's heard just about every variation with his last name. I have too.
I have as well. Yep.
But I understand that, and I apologize if I pronounce it incorrectly. So it's Win. Got it. Perfect. Sorry about that. Alrighty. So for Alu, for AndyHara, for Beastaru, for 8, for Firlei, I'm Pipster. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Bye.
See you later.
Okay. Bye.
I'm not walking back to the castle this time.
Nailed it.
When you rip ass?
What?
It sounded like somebody ripped ass.
I didn't hear ripping ass.
You asked a question, then there was... Oh, wait, I'm recording.
Yes. Run that back.